Welcome to Geekonomics. Hard rock of GB&E in the background.
I can't decide.
Can't decide which GB&E song to play.
So I played.
So you play, you can't decide.
Yep. That's
how it works.
That's basically what happened.
That's basically what happened.
I was like, I cannot decide what to play.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
So last week we had the next extension radio show.
Yes.
Hasn't seen the light of day since it aired.
Yeah.
I
quite the response on the old Facebook.
Did it?
The band itself.
I sent it to Chris Dupre.
Yeah.
And it's so funny, during that interview, he actually gives out his cell phone number for people to get tickets to one of their shows.
Is it still a cell phone number?
I don't know.
I hope not.
All 25 people.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But it was kind of cool to listen to.
Yeah.
It was. I listened to it myself, and I'm like, oh, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of appropriate, too. It was Brendan Mustemski, the lead singer's birthday over the weekend.
Mm.
He turned 40, so happy 40th to him. So.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Very appropriate for Next Engine Radio to come out.
Yeah.
On that time frame.
It was pretty cool. And that was from 2006.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
How long ago that was.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like 12 years ago.
I know. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's just scary how quickly time is flying by.
Yes. We'll both be 40 next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also, do you find it weird? Like, a lot of people are saying, even younger people are like, wow, time is flying by. And when I was younger, time went by very slowly. And I find this trend where everybody is saying how quickly time is flying by. And I'm like, this is, like...
Because everyone's attached to a computer screen.
Are we accelerating together this quickly?
Yes. Because everyone looks at their
I don't think it has anything to do with it. Because
I
don't look at
time like people used to.
I don't look. I mean, yeah, we're not bored.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you that way. We're not bored.
That's what I mean. It's there's more stuff going on than there used to be.
Yes, this is true.
When we were younger, our 4 channels of television, or we'd go outside and just sit outside for hours on end.
Yeah. Or play Nintendo.
Yeah. So I mean,
Christmas would take forever to get here.
Yeah.
Now you blink and it's here. Thanksgiving is it snowed, and all of a sudden I was in the Christmas spirit. I went to all the stores this weekend, and everyone's full Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas music, Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
The nines.
I know.
And I'm ready for it.
I'm holding off.
I'm ready.
Holding off till Friday.
Christmas.
I'm fighting it.
Can't fight the
Let
Christmas
Thanksgiving
spirit.
happen. Let Thanksgiving have its time.
Of course, I agree. Of course, but I'm pretty excited for Christmas.
I'm in the Thanksgiving spirit. I'm in the turkey spirit.
Are you in the gobbler spirit?
The Googler gobbler spirit. I'm gonna Google and gobble up some turkey on Thursday.
I feel like it's a tradition that we have to mention the Google gobbler at least once.
The Gobbledy Gooker, you mean?
The Gobbledy Gooker?
Yes, the Gobbledy Gooker.
Because
who debuted in Hartford.
I know, you talk about it every time.
Yeah, well, it's true. Survivor Series just happened this past weekend.
Is it a Gobbledy Gobbler turkey? No.
It is a turkey.
Is that elevator music playing?
It's my cell phone ringing.
Do you need to pick that up?
I do.
Get it. I'm going to look up Gobbledy Goobler.
Uh-oh. How's it going?
I'll turn your mic down.
Well, we're doing the podcast right now.
Oh, here we go. You can take the phone.
I'll call you as soon as we're done. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Wedding stuff.
Yes.
This is ongoing.
It is an ongoing thing.
It's never going to end until it's over.
Things are really heating up.
Mean Gene Okerlund.
Jeez.
Hartford, Connecticut.
These great fans here in Hartford, Connecticut.
See? At the
I
Civic
know.
Center.
We've seen this video clip like a million times.
Yeah.
And
I was sitting at home wishing I was there.
So long,
Look at those haircuts. This is when wrestling was cool.
There were so many things that this was supposed to be, but it wasn't.
Well, what else could it be?
It was supposed to be a new wrestler that they had gotten from somewhere else. That was a possibility. It was supposed to be
This cracks me up.
like a rock star of some sort or something.
Ah,
Right now.
But ended up being just
Everybody
A
is
Gobbledy
speculating
Gooker.
as
The
to what
Gobbledy
might be
Gooker.
in the egg.
see, wrestling will never be as good as it was in the 80s and 90s. Now it's just the same.
yeah,
It's just the same.
cockamamie Vince McMahon ideas.
The way it sounds to me right now, the speculating is all over.
Oh, it's gonna crack. What could it be, Mark?
Like, what could it be?
What could it be?
Is ready to blow.
What is it?
Oh, there it is! What is it?
What is it?
What in the world?
Ooh, we got booed.
The fans were not happy. They thought it was going to be something cool, and it ended up being just a guy in a turkey suit.
Now, who was it in the suit?
I don't
Is
even know.
this?
Hold on, I could find out, though.
I don't know what it
Take
is,
a
Rob.
look at it, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what it is, me and Gene Okerlund.
Me like I don't know what it is.
A beat.
Roddy
A little
Piper
rooster
on
tail
commentary.
Up on top. I don't know. They got a pair of legs like my mother-in-law, pal. Look at the feet on this thing. I can't believe what in God's name is this? Holy. What? Give me.
He speaks turkey.
What is with the gobbledy? The gobbledy gook. Ha! Don't tell me you're the Gobbledy Gooker. You've got to be kidding me. Is that all you do is gobble? Well, on
Oh my
Thanksgiving,
god,
what would
this
you
is
expect?
painful.
Yeah,
What?
he was supposed to
Wait,
be.
you were
a
jealous?
wrestler.
You wanted to be there?
No, I wanted to be there for Survivor Series.
Not in front of an audience like this. All right.
It was actually on Thanksgiving Day that this happened, too.
And then they dance.
And there was a dancing shit turkey.
Well, no, he's trying to get. No, they're leaving.
Let's go in the ring.
Yeah, I think Gobbledy Gooker's got him going here.
But he wrestles?
Yep.
They didn't know what to make him at first, but I think he's won the heart of Hartford. He certainly has.
No, nobody's cheering. Oh, barely. They're only cheering when he's yelling at them.
I'll tell you later.
Are they putting turkey in the straw?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Bring him home, put him in my family with my 6 kids. They'd never know the difference, man. One more kid one way or the other.
And the funny thing is, the comment section is disabled for this video, which I think would be priceless if I could read them.
Oh, there goes Mean Gene. He's agile too, but a little bottom.
Alright, I've had enough of the Gobbledy Gooker. Well, we talked about it one more year, Mark.
We have done it again.
We've done it
Tradition.
again. We have halted the podcast to a complete stop
To talk about the Gobbledy
to
Gooker.
talk about the Gooker Gobbledy.
The man behind the mask was Hector Guerrero.
Who?
Hector Guerrero is the son of the great Gory Guerrero, brother of Chavo, Mondo, and Eddie Guerrero.
Is he a drug dealer?
No, they're the Guerreros are a huge wrestling family. Eddie Guerrero was a huge wrestler. Chavo Guerrero Jr. Mm-hmm. So that's who it was. The man behind the mask.
Huh.
So he was supposed to be debuting himself, but they gave him this
Mask to put on.
gimmick as the Gobbledy Gooker.
So did that wrestler go on to wrestle as himself?
Yes,
And-
he's before and after he did.
Did the Gobbledy Gooker wrestle or do anything after this event?
He wrestled a little bit after, not much.
When he was defeated, was he defeathered and stuffed?
No,
They did not defeather and stuff him?
they did not.
Did not eat him for Thanksgiving? They pardoned him? Did they pardon the Gobbledy Gooker?
I think they did. I
They
think
did
he's been
pardon.
pardoned.
He was pardoned.
The idea, as Hector remembers, was a fun mascot for kids who would eventually start actually wrestling.
That nobody liked.
Yep.
He did not have a warm reception.
Nope.
It was complete booze.
Yep.
I mean, maybe there's a couple of kids like, it's a turkey. But all the
Yeah.
adults were like, this is garbage.
Why are you ruining my sport that I'm watching right now?
Why are you ruining my fake sport?
Why are you hurting my fake sport? That I come to find out, which is even crazier.
Uh-huh.
You can bet on wrestling now.
You can bet on everything.
It's like in the sports books. Like you can go to places and bet on a predetermined match.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like it makes sense to me.
Well, if you have an inside scoop,
You could clean up. That seems like it's a bad situation just waiting to happen.
they have to keep this thing secret. Like, I bet you anything, maybe they don't decide who's going to be the winner.
So here's the best part of this story.
Wait, I thought wrestling was real. I thought the winners, I thought that when the winners and losers, they don't know.
They know. They know way ahead of time.
You're kidding me.
You really don't know this? Don't act like you don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, this is scripted?
F you.
This is a scripted sport? Is what
Shut
you're
up,
trying?
Brian.
Dude, you're ruining my childhood.
On Thanksgiving 1990, Hector huddled in a box underneath the giant egg for 4 hours.
What?
Enough time so that no one entering the Hartford Civic Center could see him before the show.
Oh, because he was in it the whole time.
He was given a TV monitor, a light, and some drinks and snacks.
Wow, that sounds like a fun 4 hours.
The crew pranked him by pasting pornographic photos inside the box.
So he was looking up
Hector, who says at the time was a devout Christian, was not amused.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, why is that a prank?
Because that's what it was. Because they were like, he has to sit there and look at these. He can't get out of there.
Naked women.
He has to sit there and look at porn for 4 hours.
That's actually kind of humorous.
It is kind of humorous.
Is that it about the Gobbledy Gooker?
Ugh. No, yeah, it just gets worse and worse before Gobbledy Gooker.
All right, we're getting depressing here for
the-
Thanksgiving.
He toured for a month without incident, except for
Wait,
one.
what does that mean without incident? Like, nobody beat him up?
Hector was asked to do his Gobbledy Gooker routine, this time at Madison Square Garden.
Uh-huh.
The crew told him they would shine a spotlight as he approached the ring, so he agreed on it. Howard Finkel, the old ring announcer, called out the Gobbledy Gooker's name. The familiar Turkey in the Straw started playing.
Oh, boy.
That's when he knew he was in for some trouble. Hector walked through the curtain into the pitch darkness. Suddenly he was hit with a spotlight. It shined through the large white eyeballs of the costume's mask, and he couldn't see a thing.
Oh.
He says he was hurried down the aisle by crew members, feeling his way as he went. He eventually got to the ring, busted his knee on the steel steps, climbed to the apron, and was able to see what he was doing. Flipped over the top rope and came crashing down to the mat with a thud.
Oh, jeez. So
All he could see was white. I can't see where the ground is. I can't land on the ground because I see white. So I landed on my butt. The main lights were eventually turned on, and a frazzled Hector finished up his routine. Backstage, he was greeted by an upset Vince McMahon, who simply walked away from him. He was later approached by the legendary announcer Gorilla Monsoon, and Gorilla said, "You couldn't see, right?" And he said, "Yeah." He goes, "We figured that out." Gorilla deadpanned. It was an impossible situation, according to Hector. After a month after his debut at Survivor Series, he was fired. He said that was no formal conversation. The company just stopped booking him and paying him.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
It's not his fault. The costume was made wrong.
No, it was just a really bad idea.
It's a very... I mean, the eyeballs
The only
are
worse
huge.
idea than the Gobbledy Gooker was the Shockmaster.
The Shocker?
No, the Shockmaster. If you look up the Shockmaster's debut, it is one of the most classic debuts in all of the wrestling history.
We say that about everything. Let's see.
No.
What's it
this
called?
is
The Shocker?
The Shockmaster.
The Shock...
Master. WCW.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
He's first thing.
It's the best. It's the greatest video ever. There it is right there, the top thing.
Wait, why is it Stormtrooper?
It is. That's all it is. It's a WCW. Another thing that they were trying to debut a new wrestler that they had gotten from.
It's a Stormtrooper with a
It is.
bedazzled helmet.
It is. It is the guy who played Earthquake,
Yeah.
John Rotena, I think is his last name, left WWF to go to WCW. And Ric Flair was looking for a new...
Are they on the set of Kathy Lee and Hoda?
No, this was Ric Flair's talk show they used to do. And they were looking for a tag team partner for War Games.
British Bulldog.
British Bulldog Sting.
Their special tag team partner is...
So they're looking for a new tag team partner.
You shut up! I'm told to
Sid Vicious,
Yeah.
Harlem Heat.
The fact that you know all these guys.
Well, they're classic. This is
Befuddles
classic
me.
stuff back
I
then.
hated WWC.
WCW?
I didn't like I only like
wasn't a huge fan of
WWF.
it. These guys all either were WWF or came to WWF.
Yeah,
after the
British
fact.
Bulldog, I remember.
Yeah. So here's...
Where's
So now they're introducing him right now.
the Shockmaster, which has a Stormtrooper helmet.
Which they just bedazzled.
They
with
be
silver.
yeah. They look like they doused it in glitter.
They did.
I'm surprised Lucasfilms didn't like sue.
Well, because it didn't last long. So. Here it comes.
It's also a stupid
So
name.
it's just the thing, and he busted the wall and falls.
And the helmet
falls
comes off.
Oh, God. Ric Flair says, oh, God.
And now his head looks smaller than his body.
Yes.
I don't care who you are, boy. I don't give a damn who you are. You're gonna have us. You're gonna have Van Vader, and we're gonna be breathing through your neck.
So you're the man that rules the world. They call me the Shockmaster. You've ruled the world long enough, Sid Vicious. Get ready. Come on, you want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? Come and get me. Come after me, Sid. I'm ready. Along with Davy Boy, Sting, and Dusty Rhodes, we'll see you at the Fall Brawl at the War Games. Until then,
All right. That is the
Yeah,
stupidest.
it's the worst, isn't
It
it?
sounds like
He's
between
not even
Yoda.
him. It's not even him. He's not even voicing it at all. It's literally him just making hand movements. Someone's off stage.
Yeah, because he doesn't
doing
have a
the voice and
microphone.
everything. He doesn't have
Yeah,
a microphone.
it sounds like Yoda and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
With a.
So someone talking like this,
Yeah.
basically. That's all it was.
Did he wrestle with that helmet on?
No. He came out, yeah, the only match he ever did was that match. And then it was just like,
That was
Just
the
disappeared.
stupidest name, the stupidest voice,
Yeah.
the stupidest costume.
and the craziest thing was they're like thought that he would wrestle in that helmet because he can't take the helmet off because then everyone know who he was.
And it's not even like it's,
So you can't
it's
see
a
through the helmet.
Stormtrooper helmet.
It's a Stormtrooper helmet that they bought and just put
I
like,
had one of those as a kid.
silver paint on it.
It was glitter. You see glitter all over his chest.
Yeah, glitter paint.
I bet you that glitter was over that guy
Everywhere.
for weeks,
Years.
months. Yeah,
Years,
years.
Pretty sure he still finds glitter on himself here and there.
Oh
But yeah,
my
so the whole
God.
thing was the wall was supposed to break entirely, but it wasn't built right because they had
And
the
the-
bottom like 2x4.
And then he trips over it.
So he trips over it, loses the helmet. Everyone sees who it is. He has to throw the helmet back on.
You know
and
what
act
looked like,
nothing
looked like
happened.
Mankind.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I know it wasn't because it was way back then, but he looked like
It
Mankind.
was basically what it was there was another wrestler back in that time frame who I don't know if it is his outfit, but it looked a lot like it. There was a guy that was like, they used to call him Warlord, and he had like that kind of vest. So I don't know if they just took his vest and or whatever. But yeah, it was just very. That was like the most epic of debuts ever.
so weird.
Yeah. 80s wrestling was the best.
Yeah, it was something. I
80s,
mean, as a
late
kid, I
80s,
loved it.
Early 90s, there was the stuff was crazy.
as
They
an
would
adult,
throw anything at the wall.
I look at
basically.
it and go, this is ridiculous. But as a kid, it was so fun.
It was the best.
And I just can't believe it's all scripted. You
Yeah.
can't believe you just told me that.
I know. Sorry to bust your bubble.
I can't. I just I'm floored that they wrote this. Someone sat down and wrote all this down.
Yeah. Someone sits there and writes all that stuff down. Someone sits in a room and comes up with all that stupid stuff.
I just picture 12 monkeys just typing at typewriters, and
Kind of like that, yeah,
They-
basically.
they get one good page out,
Yeah.
and that's like, we got the new script for SummerSlam.
Basically. That's it. That's how it works. You figured it out.
We got the new script for the fall. What do they call it?
Fall Brawl.
They always have to rhyme. You notice that? Fall
Everything
Brawl,
rhymes.
SummerSlam,
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, the Winter Wonderland.
Halloween Havoc.
Halloween Havoc.
That was WCW. Halloween Havoc. There's some good names. The Great American Bash. That was WCW.
I mean, it's great marketing.
WCW had some great names for pay-per-views back in the day. They had Halloween Havoc. They had Great American Bash. Fall Brawl. Fall Brawl had war games in it, where it was 2 rings put together and a steel cage going across both rings.
Ooh.
That was pretty intense.
War games.
Yeah. They've since used that now in like their new like lower division uses that match as like their big thing of the year.
All right, let's move away from wrestling, Mark.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the big news.
The big news.
Our man, the Stan Lee, has passed
Yes,
away.
unfortunately. He passed away.
I say...
Age of 95, though. So
Yes. And, you know...
he lived a good, long life.
He did. He did a lot. He brought a lot to... He's a legend. He's an American icon. He's an American treasure.
He is.
Unless
you're Rocky.
Let's stay away from the negative. But... yeah, the comments from him were stupid.
Yes.
I don't buy the argument when someone says, how can all these young people like something that came up before them? Because that's how things get passed on.
Yes.
And that's how things survive.
And it's not because it's things they haven't seen before. They still are following characters that he created.
Yes.
Are still being used now. It's not like
Yeah.
It's not like it's like William Shakespeare, where the characters have only been made then. You don't really see them now.
Yeah.
You still have fans of William Shakespeare.
There's remakes and movies.
You still have
all the
fans
time.
of Picasso. He hasn't done anything new in years.
Yeah.
Still have fans of Mozart.
You can be
He hasn't done
fans
things
of
in years.
anything that happened before
Elvis
you
Presley
are
still
born.
gets new fans at young age.
Oh, yeah.
Kids are fans of them.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just...
That's how legends stay a legend.
Yeah.
Because once that person or thing loses its... If it cannot maintain that popularity even after its death or its popularity,
Yeah.
it goes away. But if it, like the Beatles, it can sustain generations. Like, it's just so silly when people get so bent out of shape. It's just like, you have no life. Like,
It's like, does he
get a
not...
life.
Like, my thing was, is like, I was going to say, is do you not like any artists that aren't alive right now?
I know.
Did you find any artists when you were growing up that had already passed on?
When I was in high school,
you
I loved the
became fans
Doors.
of?
I loved the Doors. And
I was a huge fan of the Beatles growing up, but they didn't release any albums when I was alive.
yeah, other than that, greatest hits.
But even that, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
know.
even any like
Exactly.
new stuff didn't come out.
It's just so.
It's just
his
him
comment
coming
was
up with a thing to argue about.
yeah. He said he didn't like seeing everybody.
'Cause it's a Marvel thing, so he likes to have. he has
You
to have
know,
a comment
Stan Lee
about it.
hasn't done anything. They were never alive.
Well,
when
he's
he
got
actually
that
did.
whole thing that he
Whatever.
goes into. "Oh, he stole everyone else's stuff to do his thing. He didn't."
No, Stan Lee had the ideas, and Ditko and
Just
these
because
guys.
other guys drew it doesn't mean that they
Yes.
came up with it.
He came up with Spider-Man,
Yes.
and these guys
he came
drew
up with
it.
a character.
Yeah,
They just drew it.
and I hate to tell, everybody has great teams, and Stan Lee had these
It's
partners.
like saying the guy who came up with Batman doesn't get credit for it because he didn't.
Bill
draw
Finger.
it.
Yeah, Bill Finger just started getting credit for
Yeah.
it. But growing up, even now, you have people. You have the Steve Jobs and Wozniak.
Yeah.
You had an idea man and the engineer.
Yeah.
You have an idea man, and then you have someone who can bring that idea to life. And we could sit here and list numerous people, teams of people like that.
Well, like Walt Disney, the most epic of all, came up with all those characters, and it's like he gets credit for it because he came up with them.
Yeah,
Same thing with Stan Lee. Stan Lee came up with all those characters. That's why he gets credit for it.
I know. Rocky's just. This is exactly why I don't go on Facebook. He's exactly why I stay away from the chat. I go on there once every week, see what's going on.
I don't even do
And
that
I'm out.
anymore.
Because I posted Deadpool 2 PG, the trailer. Did you see the trailer? It
I did.
looks really fun.
Then I would read Rocky and complaints about it and all his
Whatever.
bullshit about
I
it.
don't care. I like the ending.
rather go see Aquaman.
Yeah, I'm like, you can go see Aquaman by yourself.
Guys, don't want to go see Aquaman?
Well, the funny thing is, he
he
goes,
talks to fishes.
he says, I'm going to see Aquaman tonight. And I'm like, well, the movie doesn't even come out till the 21st. Doesn't even come out the same night.
It's the 15th, I guess. They have a special
But still,
Amazon
Deadpool 2
thing.
comes out on the 12th.
whatever.
So maybe we can all go on Thursday night.
I think it'd probably just end up being me and you because John's already said he's not into it.
Why? He said he doesn't want to go?
Yeah.
All right.
I wasn't a big fan. I don't understand why they made a PG version of it.
Wait, he said he wasn't a big fan
Yeah.
of Deadpool 2?
Yeah, that's what he said in the chat.
Yeah, whatever.
I believe that's what he said in the chat.
I don't know.
Who knows? Who cares?
The ending was great when they're having an argument about how he's Fox Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like,
yeah.
you're basically like the Nickelback
Like
of music,
like
of
if
the Beatles. Oh, God,
like
it's
if the
great.
Beatles were produced by Nickelback.
Yeah, I'm down to see it. It looks fun, and Deadpool 2 is great, and I believe they can make it funny.
Yeah.
PG-13.
That's really good.
You know, you don't need to have a bunch of profanity to make it funny. So
Yeah.
Plus, I'm getting sick of seeing a lot of duds. I don't want to see Aquaman. I mean, I've already seen a couple. I saw Predator. That was a dud. Halloween. I wasn't a fan of the ending. It was all right. It wasn't a complete dud. But like, what else did I see?
Stars Born. That was great.
Yeah, Star Wars was a dud.
I didn't see that.
I mean, it'd be
I've
great.
heard good things about it. I just haven't seen it.
I don't know. I have no interest. Not
Yeah,
my
I don't.
cup of tea. I do want to see Bohemian Rhapsody. Heard nothing great.
Yeah.
I've heard all great
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
But I don't think we're gonna have like a Christmas movie unless we all see Deadpool 2 PG-13. I'm not gonna see Aquaman.
I'm not either.
I
heard Fantastic Beasts is really good, but you have to be into that. I'm
I've
not into
never
it.
seen any of the Harry Potter things.
Yeah.
And I know they're probably great, but I just don't have the time or I don't have the interest to say it.
You'd rather be playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
I beat it.
I saw.
You didn't see it in post. I beat it.
Well, I kind of assumed that time-wise. I stopped seeing pictures. I kind of assumed that's what happened.
It is my game of the year. I was not
I stopped
sure.
seeing PS4 share pictures. I kind of assumed you either got bored with it or you finished it, so I went with you finished it.
Well, I beat the game. I still have other things to do.
Of course, because you're a completionist.
Well, I'm not going to complete. John, it's funny because John was trying to do all the challenges. I'm like, dude, just beat the game. It doesn't matter. But he's doing that. I'm going to go back in once they put the online component on because they're going to add things.
Yeah.
And I want to check out the online. But there's still some things I'm working on. There's a serial killer I'm looking for. There's like odds and ends I want to do. But holy shit. So the whole time, I'm like, the game, I probably put almost over 60 hours.
Yeah. Did you see the side thing? Did you see the video? It's been rolling around online.
With the Johnny Cash song?
No, there's a guy who was like searching for a white horse
Yes.
for an hour and a half,
Yes.
and then he's sitting there and he finally gets to the horse.
Yes.
And he's just about to like go at it and get the horse, and a moose comes and takes him out.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
It's so good. It's like, I've been looking for this horse for an hour and a half. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm so close. And he just goes flying, and he's like, no.
That is awesome.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's the greatest video ever.
So if you approach someone else's horse and they have a saddlebag, you can search their saddlebag, but the horse will fucking boot you to the head.
Yeah.
Like it will back kick you, donkey punch you, donkey kick you, and if you can hit twice, instant death because it like takes half your life away. So, oh my God, Mark, it is emotional journey. I fucking loved it. I was just like, God of War is my game of the year. Halfway through this, I'm like, still God of War, still my game of the year. I beat this, I'm like, holy fuck, this is my game of the year. It was so fucking good.
Yeah.
I'll say, they tie it up very nicely to bring you into Red Dead 1. Fantastic job. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You just got to play it so we can talk about it.
There's got to be a 3.
Rockstar, I mean, this game took 8 years.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't mean they take another 8 years to make it 3.
Honestly, there's a side character.
Live action. You can just walk out.
There's a side character, Sadie, which is in Red Dead 1. I think they can make a great game with her as the protagonist. Her character really shines in this near the end. And I think you've told the story now.
Yeah.
We know the
How everything gets to where it has to get.
I mean, we know because of Red Dead 1, Jack Marston is the last man standing.
Yeah.
We know this.
Yeah.
So,
John Marsden.
No, Jack, his son.
Oh.
Remember at the end? John Marston dies. I'm talking about the whole story
But
arc.
I'm saying going into this one, you knew John
Yeah.
Marsden was going to be the.
Yeah, if you played the first one, you
knew
know,
that
you
he's
knew,
gonna survive the
you
thing.
knew where
Yeah.
we were going. I
Yeah,
knew.
you knew where it was
I mean, it
going.
was predictable.
Yeah,
They did it well, though.
that's good.
Very well. Like,
Yeah.
so much fun, Mark.
Yeah. You know the lead guy
Arthur.
makes it,
Huh?
right?
I'm not going to tell you a word.
Well, no, because you know from the first game, because you find that guy,
Nope.
you find a guy
Yes.
from the group.
You find 3 guys from the group.
Yeah, so you know 3 guys make it out.
Yes.
Okay. So
But
that's what I was
now,
gonna say.
Arthur,
There's a couple guys you know make it out,
Yes.
and they're like
Bill, the Mexican guy.
because that's when you go to Mexico to get
Yes. He's from the gang.
the guy in the showboat,
Yes.
and then there's the other guy that's like nearby the town that you're in.
Yeah.
That you find.
I'm not going to ruin it for you. You
No,
just
but I'm
gotta
saying, but those are like
yes,
those.
there are some gang members you'll
Yeah.
recognize.
Yeah.
But man, it's so good, so good. Yeah, just so fantastic. I want to talk about it so bad, but I gotta hold back.
That's my plan for hoping for Christmas. I get it for Christmas,
There you go.
and that's what I'm gonna do is just spend the week of Christmas. I'm taking that week off, and that's all I'm doing while Claire's at work is just Red Dead Redemption.
Wasn't Bobby saying something about playing D&D on a Wednesday after Christmas? I'm like,
Or before Christmas, he like has certain time off
you know, I think
from
it
the
was.
post office.
Well, Christmas is a Tuesday this year,
Yeah. it is.
so
But he has like the 20th to the end of the year off, I guess. So he
yeah,
wants to like get together and to do D&D during that time frame.
I don't know.
That's why it's like I don't know.
Before Christmas
what's
would be
going
horrible
on.
for me. I
Yeah,
won't
me
have
too.
time.
I don't-
I'm having Christmas Eve at the house.
I don't know what's going on, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't.
After
decide.
Christmas,
Yeah.
is a possibility.
Yeah.
But if you have it off,
Like I said, we can do it where we usually do it, but we'd have to have it done before 6. We have to be out before 6.
yeah,
So that's like the only
caveat.
thing of it. But it's just like finding time during that week when everyone's available.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see what goes.
Yeah.
Right,
But you said
Bobo?
you finished watching Making a Murderer.
Yes.
What'd you think?
The last episode, I was blown away with that phone call
Yeah.
and how they're making Scott and his
The other son.
Avery's brother.
Yes.
Not Avery.
Dassey's brother.
Yeah, Dassey's brother, and that computer stuff. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That they found such horrible things on that computer. He went hunting the same time she was gone. The car was found in between his house and the trailer park. Also,
the trucker finding the car before, and that links to the Coburn thing.
yeah,
Finding the car.
I really think
So it's like 2 people were like framing him at the same time.
no. You know what I wonder? I kind of think what happened. The kid there,
I think Bobby did it.
Bobby did it, and Scott helped him
And I
hide
think
the car.
Scott helped him hide the car.
And we'll blame it on Stephen Avery.
But I think as him trying to hide the car, that trucker saw the car on the side of the road.
Yeah.
As they were trying to hide it. They called the cops. Coburn found the car because he does that thing where he calls in
Yeah,
a
and
license plate, and
yeah.
they're like, why would you call it in for? He's like, oh, just checking.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
So I think he found the car. He then took whoever with him, took the car, put it on Avery's property.
Yeah.
At that same time, Bobby was doing the bone thing in the pit and the burn barrel. And I think it all just like correlated together.
Yeah, and I think Scott.
Double framing at the same time.
I think Scott knows, and I think Scott was.
Which is crazy because it's like, how would you be able to do that for this amount of time?
Did you? Well, you
Like
hear
he
how
goes
angry?
and visits Brandon constantly,
I know,
and he acts like nothing's going on.
but you know how angry he got when he was
I
getting
know.
blamed.
Yeah,
You're a fucking idiot. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. I'm like, dude,
you don't get that angry. Like
if you were innocent, you'd be like, dude, this is ridiculous. But Kathleen there,
yes. So
she's amazing.
this was just posted today.
Who?
Family of Making a Murderer star Brendan Dassey supports new suspects theory about brother Bobby. The shocking new twist in Netflix's Making a Murderer saga suggests Stephen Avery may have been framed by nephew Brendan Dassey's brother, the other member of and another member of the Dassey family thinks it could be legitimate.
Yeah, I think so too.
The Blast, which is the website that's posting this, spoke with Brad Dassey, the half-brother of Brendan, who is currently serving a life sentence for the whole thing. Last week, Stephen Avery's criminal attorney, Kathleen Zellner, suggested a new person may actually be responsible for the murder and implied in a series of tweets that Brendan's brother, Bobby Dassey, could be involved. She did not outright use Bobby's name, but noted that her client and Bobby Dassey were the only people who saw Halbach at the Avery salvage yard the day that she was murdered, and that the suspect followed Halbach on her way home and got her to pull over, all while Avery remained inside his trailer. She tweeted that the killer is the person who had the access and opportunity to plant Stephen Avery's fresh blood in Teresa Halbach's car and called it a rage killing motivated by rejection. So the story goes, I don't know if you got this out of the series, second series, that I think Teresa and Bobby had a side thing, or had a thing.
No, I don't think so.
Or he wanted there to be a thing.
He
Like there might have been like a flirtation-y thing.
No. I think he was
between the two of them.
I think he was infatuated with her.
That's what I mean. I mean, there might have been
I don't think she did anything.
No, but I mean,
she's just being nice.
A doopy kid might see a.
I think you're
certain
wording it
people
wrong.
say.
I think a woman who's doing her job, who's being nice to everybody.
Yeah.
He already had mental problems.
Yes.
And when you know about that search history.
Yes.
And I think he got infatuated with her because it was a female that would come to his house.
Yeah.
Because of the car thing. And
he knew if he could flag her down for one of those quick shots.
Yes.
And he'd been like, oh, I need you to come back to the thing for a shot.
He knew how he went hunting.
Yeah.
He went hunting for a human. And I think he's infatuated with killing someone.
Yeah.
I mean, that search, and the fact that they hid that search history and they basically made him lie on stand because they had that information.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're like, the
fact that he was meeting with the investigator right before he went to testify.
And Scott
and the guy that the prosecutor mislabeled the computer as Brendan's computer.
Yes, Brendan, not his.
And not his computer.
And a guy who sees the car out in the woods calls Scott, and Scott ignores him and says, no, she was alive past Stephen Avery's, I saw the car. And he goes, I'm not feeling well. I'll text you back some other time. And completely ignores him.
Yeah, which is the trucker guy.
Yeah, it's the trucker guy.
Because he knows Scott.
And Scott completely ignores him.
Yeah, because the car was on the side of the road.
Because in the theory of that, she never left the property, would be thrown out the window.
Yeah.
So that's a cover-up.
Yeah.
But they wanted to pin Avery so badly.
Yeah. They were so fixated on getting Avery.
Because they didn't want to give him the money.
They didn't want to spend the money.
Yeah. And they didn't want to be wrong again.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It was a good season.
Yeah. But the fact that it's like, the scary fact is like the Brendan thing went so far. Like it went all the way to the top.
Yeah,
and he's like so like railroaded.
He is. You know that guy who kept the attorney general there, that guy that kept doing an emergency blockage. Yeah. He lost the election.
Yeah.
A Democrat's in there now.
Yeah.
He lost. But it sucks because I don't think they can do it anymore. I think he's done. The guy.
The only way they could do it is
I don't think so.
The only way they could do it is along the lines of Stephen Avery's thing, which is why she hasn't been doing the multiple appeals like Brendan's lawyers did. Is the only way it could happen is if another person is convicted of the crime that he's supposedly committed.
I don't know, because
they would have to automatically.
When you watch season 1, it shows they convicted Avery and said he worked alone.
Yeah.
And then the same lawyer goes over and
then says that Brendan was a part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. How do you convict one person, say he worked alone, and then walk right over to the next courthouse and say he did it?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Because there's no, which is one of the downfalls, I think, of the judicial system, is there's no
there's a lot of them.
Communicational things with it. It's like, how can two people being committed the same crime, supposedly, it'd be tried separately.
Yeah.
And stuff that's used in one trial can't be used in the other trial.
I don't know.
It just made no sense to me.
There's a lot of crazy shit, man. Yeah. It was good.
It was.
Yeah, we haven't watched anything since.
But I guess it's his stepbrother, Brad.
Yeah.
who I think was in the back of the court in this season during a lot of the appeals, and he's the one that's like saying that he agrees that it's probably Bobby.
And then every time they went to go interview Bobby, he denied it.
Yeah, he denied everything.
He wouldn't interview too.
No.
They said he seemed sketchy,
Yeah.
and they brought up the computer, and they said that his demeanor got a little
Yeah.
skittish about that. Because that
Yeah.
computer, man, he could have gotten a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
The shit he was on there.
Yeah.
That's like Jared Fogle.
It was basically like a map, like a road map to exactly what happened.
Probably.
Or what Brendan said happened.
Yeah.
It's basically like all the information that's there is exactly what.
It was crazy. I don't
Yeah.
know. It was good.
It's just amazing to me that, like, there's so much lack of evidence that they were still convicted on.
Yeah. There's no evidence.
Like, all this stuff Brendan supposedly said happened, there's no evidence of any of that happening.
There's no handcuffs.
There's
no
like,
blood.
marks on the bedposts of any kind of fight
Nothing.
or struggle. It's like, there's none of that stuff. There's no, like...
Those bones,
supposedly
you don't
had
even
her-
know if those are human bones.
She supposedly had her throat slit, and there's no blood.
And
It's like,
they're dumbasses.
how do you clean the blood out
Yeah.
that well? No
Yeah.
one cleans blood that well
No.
that you can get rid of it.
They're not the smartest tools in the
Yeah,
shed.
they're not going to be
There
able
would
to...
be blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would have found a drop of blood
Yeah.
somewhere. And they found nothing.
Yeah.
In the bed, the room.
And they used the bullet
looked
from the
dirty.
garage, but the bullet's shot from outside the garage into the garage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not the other way.
The guy
which
was
is
just
where the
shooting at
bullet would've
gophers
gone.
or something.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
way the bullet would have gone.
There's probably
gone.
bullets everywhere.
Yeah.
That bullet has.
And they found the guy who used to live in that house and says that's what he used to do was shoot gophers, and that's where
well,
bullet
that
probably
bullet,
came from and not
there was no
from-
bone fragments on it. It
no,
was, it was
and it was
wood.
supposedly went through her head.
It was wood fragments.
Yeah.
It went
So
through a
it's like-
wall.
yeah.
They would find. Remember, they
there's
did
so
the
much-
analysis of the bullet.
Yeah, there's so much like
She's great.
shady, crazy
That
stuff.
Kathleen there. Whew.
Yeah, it's just crazy the amount of like weirdness that goes on with it.
Yeah, it's beyond. Like you couldn't write this.
You can't. You couldn't. There's no way someone could sit down and actually come up with all that.
It's like Game of Thrones stuff.
It's worse. It's crazier than Game of Thrones. It makes Game of Thrones look like a simple show
Yeah, it does.
that you can easily figure out. Because this is like you can't figure this out.
No. Well, I mean,
There's so many like
ultimately,
weird,
we know Brendan Dassey didn't do it.
but there's so many like weird little pieces to it that's like, who was able to come up with all this stuff and be able to make it work? It was like such a like devious masterminding of full plan to come up with all those things.
Yeah.
There were so many people that were working on different parts of it to make it happen
Yeah.
that it's amazing that none of it fell apart.
Yeah. 'Cause
Like, I think the ex-boyfriend was also involved in the framing of Avery.
maybe
Because
he's
he was brought in, like, the cop just let him walk in whenever he wanted to.
he had
And
a
I think
planner.
he was
remember?
in, yeah.
And they
he
said
was in
she
the
would've-
car, but somehow he got a hold of it.
Yeah. The planner would have been on her
Because she was writing in it when she called or talked to somebody on the phone
Yes,
after the
yes.
fact.
Makes no sense.
Which also pinged far away from Avery's house, which means she was on the phone after that.
Yeah.
And she wrote appointments in it that weren't in it before. It's just amazing that there's like so much.
I don't know. Maybe because there's not much.
But it just shows how corrupt that prosecutor was. Because there's so much information withheld from the defense.
Yes.
That they couldn't even do it. They couldn't. There's no way they could have defended him.
Yeah, I know. What's his face? With the feminine voice.
Yeah. Who then gets busted for sending dick pics to a
He loves
domestic abuse.
He had to do the
person.
press conference out
Oh,
there.
he loved hearing himself talk. He's
I
one of those
know.
guys that loves hearing himself
Oh,
talk.
Brendan Dassey, he's dead. We can't let
But it's
this
like I don't
criminal
know how
on the
people.
streets.
I don't know how people could find him guilty just off stuff. It's like you've pretty much said everything that is evidence in your little press conference.
Yeah, he said things he should not have said because
No.
he painted a picture that didn't happen.
No,
There was no fact.
there's no
facts.
evidence of it whatsoever.
No, he created this
Yeah,
fabrication
he created this fabricational story.
in the book he put out.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And it's like it's a work of fiction.
yeah,
None of it happened. He has no proof.
No
and he
proof
just,
whatsoever.
But he's diluting the water.
yeah,
Because then people believe it.
yeah,
Because it's coming from a lawyer.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
He's like the Trump.
Yeah.
He just creates his own facts.
Yeah, it's just you just don't have to have actual facts anymore. You just say stuff, and
just-
people assume that you're the president. You wouldn't be
Yeah.
lying about that. You would. It's the president. Of course, I'm going to believe what he says. That must be true.
It must be true.
The caravan's knocking on the door right now. They're standing outside the building right now.
Oh, did you hear about that?
They're like millions of miles away.
No, but did you hear about? It came out yesterday that sending the troops over and everything was just a stunt, an election stunt.
Yeah.
They spent $20 million on it.
Yeah.
An election stunt.
Yeah.
It came out.
I'm not surprised.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, are you shocked by any of it nowadays?
No. But I just...
Are you shocked by anything that guy does at this point?
No.
It's like I don't even know why people even like report on it anymore. It's like, yeah.
Well, you have to.
Exactly. You can't go to a World War I memorial ceremony because it's raining outside. You might get his hair wet.
He was at home eating. He had more important things to do. So...
I love how he couldn't, like, his excuse is he couldn't fly there.
The administration...
But everyone else drove.
Listen, the administration admits border deployment was a $200 million election stunt. $200 million
Wasted.
on an election stunt.
Well, you know what? This quarter, when he gets his quarterly paycheck, he should pay for, while he's in office, every paycheck he gets should go to refund that $200 million that he wasted on sending people to go stand and look at a border. There's no one there.
Fucking nuts.
When there's people are like 800 miles away.
$200 million.
The sad part, the even sadder part, is there's people out there who actually believe it.
Oh, yeah, I know. What's
They're
the fear?
coming. They're right there. I can see them.
It's fear-mongering,
Don't file until you
Mark.
see the white of their tortillas.
That was racist. It's fear-mongering.
That's what they'll say. That's the stuff they say. Craziness.
So what are you doing for...
Eating turkey. Lots and lots of turkey.
You going out Black Friday shopping?
Nope.
Depends. We might not. I don't know. We'll probably
The
go on
internet's
Friday. I already got good deals. Our Best Buy and Target did some.
Hear about the
already...
best deal?
Huh?
For $3.75 million, you can own Enfield Square.
Oh, we got to talk about that. We should talk about it before we go.
It's up for auction.
I know I posted that.
Yeah.
It got a lot of traction in the old Tour de Enfield page.
Yeah, I bet. Brought it back from the dead.
People commented a lot. We bring it up.
Yeah.
So this is the deal. What's going on with Enfield?
Here in the town that we do the show from,
Yeah.
there's a mall
Yeah.
that's been dying slowly for the past 20 years now.
Yeah. Big
Only
time.
things left that are actual worth going to are Target
The movies and
and the
Panera.
movie theater, Panera, GameStop, and Party City.
I don't even go to parties, but it's there. You know.
Those are the like 6 major places inside the mall.
So here we go.
So for they're gonna auction off 65 acres of land. Not only do you get the mall, you also get landlord rights to Figaro's, Target, the movie theater, everything inside the mall, and Wendy's.
It doesn't say anything about that.
Yeah, the Wendy's and Figaro's are also included in the 65 acres.
Well, here we go. Here we go, Mark. Banker J.P. Morgan Chase has owned the mall since foreclosing on former owner Centro Enfield.
Yes.
Defaulted on a $240 million loan. Bidding will be online here, and there's a link.
Yeah.
Last year, the town, along with Springfield area businesses Boosters, pitched the site as a possible location for the new Amazon headquarters project, which we
Yes.
know they've decided New York
to go to
and-
Queens for some reason.
I know.
It's Queens. Downtown
Island?
Queens.
Staten Island or something?
Queens.
All right.
They're building a warehouse in Queens because the traffic is so easy to get to and from. It's going to be no problems pulling tractor trailers in and out of Queens.
Oh, you're right. Virginia and Queens.
Yeah. So
And Tennessee.
yeah.
So today, the Enfield Mall appraises at $27.5 million. The starting bid at the auction will be at $3.8 million. Fucking steal.
Yeah.
The 677,000 square foot mall was built in 1971.
Yes.
In those days, it had J.C. Fox, J.C. Penney, Steigers of Springfield as anchors. Today, Target is all that is left. 10X pitches the Target store as a major moneymaker for the property, indicating that it would likely stay open no matter what redevelopment plans the new owner would bring forth. The auction site says the property is 57.5% occupied, a figure that would include the Target movie theater and Panera restaurant. Macy's, which closed an Enfield location in 2016, still owns the store there, according to Enfield Town records. That's why that hasn't been filled.
No.
And they own both those two, Macy's Men and Macy's Wear.
Yes.
So
the one at the end, they were actually in the process. They were willing to sell the end building to Whole Foods, but it was denied. They couldn't do it. And they were going to sell the other side, the back side. They were going to sell the Lowell's, but Home Depot squashed it.
Why?
Because it was too close.
I hate to break it. In every town, there's a Lowe's and Home Depot right across the street. I don't think they can do that.
That's what happened.
That's what you heard.
That's the shtick.
Look it up, because I don't believe that for a minute. I don't believe another store can stop it like that. Because if you go to any town, Lowe's and Home Depot are usually across the street. Moles and Chipotle are across the street. Barnes & Noble and Borders were across the street.
But they closed Borders.
Well, Borders went out of business. The mall property included 66 acres of land, and the auction house tells potential bidders that their plans to rebuild in the site will be enhanced because they will buy it much cheaper than previous owners bought it. Owners of the Springfield Eastfield Mall have disclosed plans to demolish much of the property and create Eastfield Commons.
Yes, they're going to build
Is
housing.
So wait, Eastfield Mall, is that the mall that has
That's one right by me, yeah.
But is
the movie theater and then shops.
But is that the one with the flea market now?
Yeah.
But they're gonna demolish it?
Yes.
So that the whole flea
Just
market
parts
thing?
of it, not the whole thing.
Okay.
Supposedly the movie theater stays, and that will stay, and a couple other.
Eastfield
will
Commons
stay.
would be mixed use of residential, office, retail, and service complex modeled on West Hartford's Blueback Square, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
And I think Enfield Town Square, if someone were to buy it, you know what? Keep Target, demolish everything, rebuild a nice
Leave the
movie theater. Give us a new one.
Yeah.
Rebuild and put store and make it like an open
Like
format.
the Evergreen Walk kind of
Yes,
situation.
Blueback Square, open Evergreen
Yeah.
Walk. You know, people still go out shopping, and I know the excuse is nobody goes to malls anymore, but that's not true because you go to Holyoke or Buckland, and they're fucking packed all the time.
I don't know. I just went to Holyoke this past weekend. The Sears is closing.
That's not the mall's fault though. That's Sears.
I know what I'm saying. The Sears is closing.
Yeah, yeah,
The AC Moore is closing,
yeah.
which are two bigger stores. Newberry's no longer there. Newberry's gone.
Newberry's never been in Eastfield.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Manchester. Is that
It's
right?
always been in Manchester.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyways, but they've taken two of the areas, which were empty for long periods of time. One of them is now going to be, you know where the old Funko store was? Mm-hmm. Where's all the different pops and all that kind of stuff? That's now a escape room.
Oh,
type
that's
thing.
cool. That's cool.
Another area is going to be like a bowling alley / arcade.
That's cool.
And another part's going to be a trampoline park kind of thing.
See? But they have the foot traffic to have those
There wasn't that
things.
many people in there at the time. It was a weekend, but it was not that busy.
But holiday season's packed.
Yeah.
It's packed. I mean, it's packed. Enfield Mall, if I went there right now, Target,
You could skateboard through the whole thing and don't even know you were there.
Target would be the only place that's packed.
Yeah.
But if you go to the Bob's, you go to the Barnes & Noble, you go to those strip malls,
Yeah.
they're packed. You go to any of these other bigger malls, they're packed. See, we don't need a Sears anymore because people go to Target or Walmart.
Yeah.
We don't need JCPenney anymore because people go to Target or the Walmart. You know,
Yeah.
like those stores are kind of going the way of the dodo. But at the same time, there's other stores that people still go to.
Yeah.
And I like going to stores. As much as I'll buy stuff online when it's cheaper or more convenient, but ultimately it is nice to see something physically. And I think still people go out.
So the depressing thing of it is I have like, I don't know, I've managed to some random people and I've had the thing of, I think the way it's going is you're going to have not so much of a store, but like a display area. Like you'll have like the Amazon display store where you'll go and try things on, see what they fit, like
No, that
shoes,
sounds stupid.
or you like
sounds-
or check things out. They're like, all right, cool. You go home and you'll buy it.
It's called what people do now.
I know. But I don't think you'll have like
No, people.
the actual place where you'll go and you could purchase it right there.
Yes. It's the
'Cause
silly.
how
That's the
people
stupid.
are.
No, that's the stupidest thing ever.
Because people are that stupid.
No,
That's
that's
how
never
that
going to
is.
happen. Amazon even has a brick and mortar store.
Yes.
You buy things there.
Yeah.
You don't go there and look at it. Like, do you remember 40-year-old Virgin?
Do you have
She had the
no,
eBay
this is just
store.
you just look at it here, but you have to buy it online.
The guy's like, Jonah Hill's like, can I
Yeah.
buy these shoes? She's like, no, you have to go to eBay. And he's so confused. No, that's the stupidest.
Because I think that's where we're going.
It's not.
Because that's what people do now. I'll bet you right now, people go to Target and they'll look around Target and be like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right." And as they're doing it, they're literally sitting on their phone, buying it on Amazon.
Well, if you see the price is cheaper, but it's not. Target's not going to go. Well, how about we just let people look at things and they have to go? No, that's not.
Remember they
that's
used to
not
have
gonna
like
happen.
what was it?
That's the silliest thing I've ever.
What
heard.
was the store that was kind of like that? Remember it was so much merchandise. Remember it was in where it was in the same plaza as Bob's is now and all that.
You buy things.
Yeah, they had
there.
stuff there, but they also had like areas where it was just these are display only. You want to purchase it, go online and buy it online.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember there being like a whole area about that.
Well,
it was like just
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
display stuff.
People will price check. They're smart shoppers, but if I see something, I will buy
If
it.
I see something in a store, I'm not gonna like wait an extra day for it to show up. I'm just gonna buy it.
Yeah. So why would stores
It's
ever?
$1 cheaper on Amazon. Slop.
Why would stores ever do that? No stores are ever going to do that. This is the stupidest idea in the world. People will shop online if
Donald
they
Trump
find
is president, Brian. The stupidest idea in the world has already happened.
It has nothing to do with that. Don't bring Don't be a Bill Maher. Don't bring
But the
politics
stupidest
into it.
idea in the world has already happened, so you can't really say that anymore.
Don't pull Bill Maher.
Stanley doesn't exist. He wasn't a useful person.
You know, it's funny. I know everybody got upset and they said their piece about the Bill Maher thing. And
Who cares what Bill Maher says? Can we just go with that?
that's
When
what
was
I
the
said.
last time Bill Maher was relevant?
I still like him. I watch
Ever.
his show.
Never. Bill Maher's never been relevant.
He's been relevant. His
Tool
show-
bag. He was easy to get kicked in the crotch.
This is what it comes down to. You have someone who's in their 50s who doesn't know. It's called the generational gap. Like,
Not
there's-
even that. It's just
Yes,
someone
that's
who
what
doesn't
it
like
is.
comic books.
he doesn't
If you don't like
understand
comic
it.
books, just say you don't like comic books.
Or you just don't say anything.
Don't make a comment about it.
or just don't say anything.
I don't make a comment about how your show's stupid and annoying and no one watches it anymore. I don't say that out loud. I keep it to myself.
Well, I think
I don't go around and tell people
the
you're not
irony
funny.
the irony about the whole thing is he was in Iron Man 3. The irony is
Yeah.
he was in Iron Man 3 with actually talking about the Patriot.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
This is how I look at it. I like Bill Maher. I still
Hypocrite
watch the
much?
show, but I just think he's out of touch. You're going to have people who make
Go
out of
smoke
touch
more pot.
comments.
You think you're cool. Your anti-religion stance. Go sit in a corner somewhere and
look at how
Be
mad.
annoying.
It's so funny. Like getting on
not
social
funny. It's just annoying. I
getting
just
on
find him
social
annoying.
media. You're just kind of like,
I just
who
find him
cares?
annoying. I didn't even watch and hear what he said,
you.
but I just don't like him anyways. So
It's so
that's what I
mad.
say.
It's so funny. Everybody gets so pent up. It's just like whatever. Oh God, someone said something. He's an actor. I like him, but
Oh, Army Hammer.
yeah, he made a comment saying, "How come? How narcissistic are you? Do you have to post pictures of Stanley with you?"
Yeah.
And then someone clapped back at him and said, like you're seeking attention by
Yeah.
like who cares?" And it was a Rocky comment.
Yeah.
It really was like a Rocky thing.
Yeah.
This is like because people have pictures with Stan Lee.
Yeah.
What's so wrong about that?
Yeah.
Like the man.
It's like if a relative of mine died, I'd post a picture of me with that relative,
yeah.
saying, I'm sad that he's no longer with us.
And it's just like people aren't making about them. They're just
Like saying,
celebrating.
I met Stan Lee once.
They're celebrating a man that they really looked up to and liked a lot. And people just are weird. They're allowed to say what they want.
Yeah.
We don't have to like it.
No.
They're just weird.
Yeah.
But I have to say, being off social media is nice. It's calming. I
don't go on it as much.
I don't
really.
You're on
go it.
Facebook all the time.
I'm on it, but I don't go on it. If I go on it, I'm like playing a game or something on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
I am. I don't really do anything else on there anymore.
Oh God.
I don't scroll anymore.
You're a scroller. You're a Facebook scroller, Mark.
No, I try to stay away from the scrolling.
You like the scrolling.
No.
So how's getting married? How's that going along?
It's going.
You getting excited?
I'm getting excited. There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff
I'd rather
happening.
not talk about on the show, so we're gonna move on
All right.
to another topic.
Well, we're almost at the hour mark.
Oh, are we? Great. Fantastic. Way to wrap it up. Let's get this ball rolling. What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Going to my parents.
Yeah?
Parents got a new kitchen.
Oh,
Excited
did
to see
they?
that? Yeah. They
Nice.
had a leak, caused problems with their subfloor. So the insurance, they got a new
Nice.
kitchen out of the deal. Took all summer.
Hey.
So
well,
my
it's not like
mom's
they have-
very excited.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like they're making meals for anybody, really, besides themselves.
Yeah, but my
So
mom
that's nice.
cooks at home all the
Yeah, I know,
time. So it was devastating when they didn't have a kitchen for like 6 months.
Oh, I bet.
But gonna have Christmas Eve at my place this year. Last year we had Thanksgiving.
Oh.
It was very stressful. Now it's so calm. It's just
Yeah.
like
I think it's stressful no matter either way.
I'm not stressed at all about
Well,
this.
you aren't, but I mean, someone's probably stressed somewhere.
My mom is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm just like.
What do you mean? Are you
I'll
Are you
show up.
doing anything? Like bringing anything?
I'm making green bean casserole.
The lady just passed away that invented that not long ago.
She did?
Yeah.
You know what? How dare I like green bean casserole? I wasn't even alive when she invented it. I cannot eat this.
I think she was like in her 90s as well.
Anybody who eats green bean casserole this Thanksgiving, if you were not alive when she invented it, you're all hypocrites. I can't believe you. Go fuck off.
Yeah. Go read a DC comic book.
Happy Thanksgiving.
See you at Aquaman.
See you, Aquaman.
I'm going early because I got Prime.
I was alive when Steve Zasso from Amazon was born, but I'm a fan of his product, Amazon.
Yeah.
And Amazon's giving me exclusive early
Tickets to see
see Aquaman.
They're just giving them away.
Because the movie's gonna suck.
They're just giving tickets away.
And they really wanted to do good.
Because they can't buy anyone who wants to buy them. So they're just going to give them away.
This turd's gonna stick to the wall, I swear.
Oh, man. Speaking of, you watched that last trailer for it? It's just awful.
It
gets
just-
worse and worse.
It just looks like a clusterfuck of CG.
It like I don't understand.
It's like a
How do you
CG
talk
fuck
underwater?
fest.
How do you talk underwater without bubbles?
It's a superhero movie. You have to take, I'm not gonna pick on it for that. Because
But they
you
don't
can
have
pick on
gills.
anything.
They don't have gills or anything. How do you breathe?
How did half the Avengers breathe in outer space? In the last Avengers movie, they were in outer space. Tony Stark had no problem breathing.
Well, he was in the suit.
He had
The planet they were on had atmosphere. That's different. They're
How
not
do-
like in like
how-
actual space.
How do we know that?
Because they land on a planet that had atmosphere. He tested it when he lands on the thing. He goes, "Does this planet have atmosphere?" And it's like, "Yes, it does, sir. You're good to
Because
go."
the story wrote it that way.
Yeah.
Because the writers told us.
Yeah.
So happen it has atmosphere.
Yes.
I'm just saying I can't pick on Aquaman for such a small thing because
But
people.
why do they have submarines then
Who?
in Aquaman?
Because you gotta.
If they can breathe on the water, why do they need a submarine?
Because no, for humans you can't breathe underwater.
But it was just them driving in the submarine.
I don't know, Mark. I didn't write the movie.
Stupid.
I don't know.
Momoa was not my Aquaman.
Nobody's my Aquaman because I could
Don't
care
like
less.
Aquaman.
I don't like Aquaman.
But anyways, so you go into your. I've got Claire's parents are doing Thanksgiving this year, so
Yeah.
should be good times. Claire's making her muffin stuffing.
Muffin stuffing, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, she takes the stuffing and puts it in muffin tins.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
yeah. So it's crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. It's good eats. Good eats.
Man, sounds like a good time.
It should be.
Yeah, thanks.
She's making pumpkin pies and she's making a cheesecake with apples. An apple cheesecake.
Wow.
I'll report back how that was.
Yeah, that sounds all good.
Yeah, should be good. Should be a good time.
Amen. I can't believe it's Thanksgiving this week. I just can't get
know,
over
right?
it. It's
It's
in
crazy.
2 days. I just can't get over it.
I was
Time's
thinking about
flying
the other
by.
day how we'd always, like, for some dumb reason, I decided to do the Thanksgiving Day football game in town.
You're doing
back
that?
in the day. Well, I used to
we
film
used
it back
to.
in the day.
I hated it.
So then we'd have the great idea of going out the night before and staying up till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you
And
a
then
story.
going to football game the next morning.
We went to Mark, me, Eric, Irene. Chi-Chi's did karaoke near the
Yes.
end of its thing. It was It was Wednesday night,
It was
one of the biggest
Thanksgiving
drinking
night, yeah.
nights of the year. We go to karaoke at Chi-Chi's. We get wasted.
Yeah.
Wasted. Go to Denny's. It's 3 in the morning. I go home. I go to bed. And we have to go film a game at Fermi High.
Yes.
And it was snowing out that morning.
It did snow that morning.
It snowed that
It was
morning.
snowing as we were leaving Chi-Chi's.
I did not want... Yeah, it was
'Cause I
snowing that
fell.
night.
I fell.
You fell in the
parking
ice.
lot. I slipped in the parking lot.
You fell.
Yeah.
Well,
I slipped and fell.
you fell. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And not that long, maybe not even 6 months later, you broke your ankle.
I did.
I think that fell.
At a different Chi-Chi's.
Yeah, I think that fall was like
Began the
beginning
downside of the ankle.
Yeah, cracked it probably.
I don't, whatever. Possibly, but I don't think so.
But that was a rough morning.
It was. But then luckily they wouldn't let us do the game because it snowed. So we didn't
Didn't
have
they
to
cancel the game? Because we set
No, the
up.
game happened. But they wouldn't let us set the equipment up because it was too snowy. The guy who engineered the shoot that year was not a smart person.
Well, I didn't care because I think we got to go home.
So we got to go home.
But
I was rightly pissed though. I was very aggravated.
I was tired.
They woke up and drove all the way there, and then he's like, "Ooh, it's too much snow. You can't do the game."
Well, I think because you have the equipment out in snow, it wouldn't be good.
It was fine. It would have been fine.
I don't remember it that well.
Yeah,
All I remember is I was fucking tired.
yeah. It wasn't a smart.
We
idea
didn't
on
get
our part.
much sleep. I think we had to get up at 7, 8 in the morning.
Yes.
To go set up.
Yeah.
And we got there. I think we hung out for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
And then we didn't do it. And then it stopped snowing maybe not even an hour later.
Yeah, and then it was like warm and sunny, and the snow all melted before the game was over with.
Yeah.
It was like one of the last years they actually did the game and everything.
That was the worst. I hated doing football on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We used to do it at work. We all stopped. We're like, why are we doing this?
They don't even play on Thanksgiving anymore, do they?
Yeah. For East Long Meadow. Every
Oh,
year.
Didn't they just play again, like, recently? Didn't they just play each other recently, though?
They could have, but they always play
So
Thanksgiving.
they played twice?
Not always.
Oh.
That could be the only time they play sometimes. Just depends what the schedule is.
Because it was just happened because it was the game of the week on Western Mass News, like, last week or so.
Probably was. But they play every Thanksgiving.
I've gotten really into knowing what's going on with the local mass football.
Why? You don't have a kid?
They do this segment on the Western Mass News on Fridays called Friday Football Frenzy. And the lady that they have do it is really bad at it.
You got a crush on her?
No, it's like watching a train wreck every Friday. It's just enjoyable to watch.
I guess.
It's like when you see someone doing something you know it's not being done correctly. It's fun to watch them do it incorrectly.
No, you have to show me a clip of this.
Oh, it's good. And now they got her doing the weekend news, and she can't even get through like the first story without messing up a word somewhere.
That's awesome.
The whole Western Mass News is just
it's
a
bad.
treasure trove of disaster and hijinks. Like last year during a snowstorm, because Darren Ayat was working there. She was an intern at Stafford, like the past couple years, and someone was out doing a weather report, like right outside the building, and it was like when they had that huge snowstorm and everyone was like trapped inside their houses and everything and all this stuff. And the girl who does traffic, they were having a segment. They do like a mass appeal kind of show. Yeah. And they had wine on the segment, and she had partaked a little bit too much in the wine. And and they had pizza for the crew and everything. And so the guy was outside and he was like stuck out there. So during the report, they throw to him and he's like, "Oh, you guys are having pizza inside. That's cool and everything. It's like, it'd be nice if I had a slice out here in the cold weather." She like runs out in her dress to give him a slice of pizza. But he's supposed to not be like right outside the building. He's supposed to be somewhere else in Springfield. So it kind of like, it ruins the illusion, and it was kind of hilarious.
Cool story, brah.
It was an ongoing like joke between me and Claire. We'd be like, "Hey, grab me a slice of pizza." It's good times. Western Mass News. Check it out.
I guess you had to
for all
be
your
there.
fun.
I guess you had to be there.
But just keep an eye. If you're in the area, watch yourself.
Oh
some
yeah,
Western Mass
yeah.
News
Watch, yeah.
for some crazy hijinks.
You want something bad? Read the Republican. You want to?
Oh, is that bad?
That's bad.
Yeah.
Republican's horrible.
Is it?
We had a subscription.
Or subscription?
Grammar, sentences, misspellings.
It's the same thing at Western Mass News. It amazes me. Being in we're not like in television, so to speak, but public access, we deal with video and everything.
Yeah.
It amazes me how bad.
Well, the market's small.
It's like I don't know how.
Connecticut market's much bigger, so the production's higher.
But it's just crazy to me how where do they get these people from? Can't spell.
Yeah, it's bad.
They did a
Western
whole
Mass
report
is
on
not
how
good.
there's a measles outbreak last week in Massachusetts. And they had 4 different graphics. And in each graphic, measles was spelled wrong.
I don't doubt it. Yeah.
It's like, how does that get through? How does no one notice that they spelled measles wrong?
Western Mass, baby. It's a bad market.
But hey, today you can all smoke pot. So
wow.
today's the first day of recreational pot stores in Massachusetts. You can buy pot recreationally. You don't have to have a...
You sure that went through?
Yep, that's today. Today's the day.
Yeah.
The mayor of a Massachusetts town was the first one in line.
Let's see. Mass. Let's look this up. Mass.
Here, I got it right here.
Pot.
I was just reading it.
Yeah, let's hear. Recreational marijuana sales begin in Massachusetts first on the East Coast.
Yep. I
Wow.
got it right
Massachusetts mayor first in line.
here. Yep.
Wow. I'll be smoking some history. Vet says after making first recreational pot purchase.
Yep.
Would-
And the same mayor says, I think there's a lot going on here in trying to bring marijuana out of the shadows.
Wow.
Then he says they asked if he's gonna if he was just purchasing it ceremonially or if he was going to consume it. He says, I'm actually going to probably preserve it and display it because it is historically significant. The mayor of Northampton. But yeah, so you can
Wow.
you can go to Mass and you could buy yourself some marijuana.
There you go.
But I think there's only a certain allotment, like you're only going to get a certain amount.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Here it is. Under Massachusetts law, retail shops
Six-pack.
can sell each customer no more than 1 ounce of flour or 20 servings of edibles. They both have to be in child-resistant packaging.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Massachusetts will be doing well.
yeah. And in Connecticut, we're going to get tolls.
Let's hope not.
Lots and lots of tolls.
There's we haven't heard.
They can raise up to $1 billion a year if you put tolls in the state.
We haven't heard if it's official. It's all
pretty
conjecture.
close.
It's
pretty
all
close.
conjecture right now.
I moved out of the state, so it doesn't bother me. Not my problem. I didn't vote for him. Not my governor.
Where did you vote for the midterms?
Right,
You,
JFK.
so you officially still live in Connecticut.
Well, I know, but I don't. Yeah. I live in Connecticut on paper.
Yeah, when are you going to just make it official? You get married.
May,
So where are you getting your marriage license? In Springfield?
Enfield. You have to get it in the town you're getting married in.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so Enfield.
All right.
Yeah.
Why don't you make it official? But then you have to get your car registered.
That's the sticking point. I might still leave the car here in Connecticut.
Yeah, but if you guys are planning on living there for a very long time.
Well, I know, but I mean, probably wait till I get a new car and then I'll just switch then.
Well, I wouldn't do that because then the mill rate would be huge. The mill rate might be cheaper where you are.
No, that's what I'm saying. When I get a new car, I would switch to Mass.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you could save money now if the mill rate's cheaper there.
Yeah. They don't have mill rates in Massachusetts.
Well, you're still going to pay car tax.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it could be cheaper
Yeah.
because Enfield might be more.
Well, I'm assuming it probably is, yeah.
I'm just saying you could save money.
Yeah, it's on the...
do what you want. I'm just
Things to
saying.
do.
It's things
You know
to
what
look
it is.
into.
Yeah.
You got a lot on your plate.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. At least my problems right now is that.
Yes, this is true.
Yes.
All right, Mark. Another Thanksgiving
Tradition.
podcast in the books.
Tradition.
We're out of here.
We played this every year since we've been on the radio.
And
Since back in the day.
yeah.
And here it is again. The Thanksgiving song. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
When Adam Taylor was good.
He still is. You see his new Dexter show? It's really good.
You know.
This is a Thanksgiving song. I hope you enjoy it. Love to eat turkey. Love to eat turkey. I love you. Love to eat turkey, 'cause it's good. Love to eat turkey like a good boy should, 'cause it's turkey to eat. So good. That clapping's messing my head up, man. I appreciate it. But I was trying to think of the next line. I'm like, all I hear is clapping. Here we go. Thanks anyways. Turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat the turkey in my big brown shoe. Love to eat the turkey at the table. I once saw a movie with Betty Grable. Eat that turkey all night long. 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. Turkey lurkey do and turkey lurkey dap. I eat that turkey, then I take a nap. Thanksgiving is a special night. Jimmy Walker used to say dynamite. That's right. Turkey with gravy and cranberry. Can't believe the Mets traded Dallas Strawberry. Turkey for you and turkey for me. Can't believe Tyson gave that girl BD. White meat, dark meat, you just can't lose. I fell off my moped and I got a bruise. Turkey in the oven and the buns in the toaster. I'll never take down my Cheryl Teague's poster. Wrap the turkey up in aluminum foil. My brother likes to masturbate with baby oil. Turkey and sweet potato pie. Sammy Davis Jr. only had one eye. Oh, turkey for the girls and turkey for the boys. My favorite kind of pants are corduroys. Gobble, gobble, goo, and gobble, gobble, giggle. I wish turkey only cost a nickel.